This is freaking massive. The camera does not even do it justice. Before we get anywhere in this video, I need you guys to hit the like button for me and leave a comment down below as soon as we get into this, because I want everybody to be able to see this epic mammoth that we have within here. But let's go ahead and get this started. Welcome home, Rat Pack. Marcus here, and welcome to Comfort Cartoons, the show where I collect absolutely everything from the late 90s, 2000s, all the way to the modern day, baby. And I'm also trying to create the world's biggest SpongeBob collection. And I'm also trying to create the world's biggest Nickelodeon collection. But not just that, the creator, founder, and CEO of this show was used at one point, unfortunately, by Plankton to try to take over all of Bikini Bottom. But I hope you beautiful people are having an amazing day, and if you guys aren't, you know the drill. SpongeBob movie, camera flip.
2 tickets for the SpongeBob movie, please.
Enjoy the show.
It's about to get a whole lot, like this much brighter, because your boy is here. And today we are going to be doing something incredible. I cannot wait to get into. This box is absolutely massive. Really, the camera doesn't do it. That's my chair over there. That's bigger. I'm 6'2" and sitting down, I'm like here on the box. So I could actually be shipped in this box. To be honest, I think it's kind of sad. I think that box would probably cost more with me in it to ship than a plane ticket would be. But just for size perspective. So we are gonna be getting into it right now. I am gonna be showing you guys what is inside of this. But first, let me just, we're gonna get into it pretty quick, and then we're gonna be trying to find a location, move some stuff around here in the cavern to add it to the collection. But let's sit on down, let me set the tone here. I know you wanna fast forward, see what's in the box, but please just bear with me for a little bit, okay? This is a really big deal for me. As you guys may already know, this is a big moment for me. So if you guys could just give me some time to kind of set the scene for myself here as well too, light some candles, get a little glass of kelp wine. So let's explain where this box came from. Not from where I got it, but originally what is inside it came from. Okay, so like I said, let me set the scene here a little bit before we get into this. And let me know if you guys are also the same kind of person that I am, where like whenever I open something cool or something new in my life that I'm excited about, I have to clean everything. I have to move everything around me. Bed has to be made. The table's got to be cleared of everything, because I don't want anything to distract or get in the way of my instructions and all the pieces that are coming out of this. If you guys also have whatever disease or disorder that is, let me know. But the cavern is clean for this. Okay, I cleaned everything just for this. So let's just take our step back here, okay? We're going to the year 2004, okay? So bear with me here. Currently, Shrek 2 is in theaters. You're hanging out on MySpace, you're scrolling through there, talking to maybe your couple friends, one being Tom and the other one being the only friend maybe you have, but for me, let's not go that direction. But your mom's also over there on the other side of the room talking to somebody in your family on her Motorola Razr cell phone, and you're in your mind pondering, how can I convince my parents to give me the new Omnibot? And all whilst you're wearing a Live Strong wristband. 2004, baby. It was a weird time. But you're scrolling through MySpace and you see SpongeBob ads for different SpongeBob games that were going on, maybe even for certain sweepstakes that might be available. Because currently SpongeBob is at his pinnacle of popularity. 2004 was just right before the film was actually released. The seasons were coming out heavy. It was syndicated. They were playing episodes every single day, non-stop on Nickelodeon. Everywhere you went, you were able to see SpongeBob merchandise. And one of the greatest times for merchandise, might I add. Like, we were in between the green label, what we call on this channel, the green label, and the green and white label. The two greatest eras of SpongeBob merchandise, in my opinion. And we were in the hybrid of those two things. I hope my eyes aren't stuck like this, but if it's looking at SpongeBob green label and green and white label, I might be okay with that. But we had so many incredible, high quality and amazing items coming out, and everybody just wanted to tap into that plump sponge that was just full of the moisture of success. Sorry, I know not everybody likes me saying the word moisture, but the moisture of popularity. Lowe's was doing playing cards, pillows, and ponchos, and all types of weird stuff for whatever reason. I don't know how many kids were going to Lowe's, but yeah, Lowe's. And including that line, Target was also doing some awesome stuff. And during 2004 era, the time that we're currently residing in for this moment in this video, Brian changed the video quality back. I don't think we want that 2004 flip video quality. We're still in 2004, but the visual quality is a little better, okay? Target released their own tie-in, and that was the Soak Up SpongeBob Summer Sweepstakes. So there is very little information about the sweepstakes, being that it's in 2004. It's so hard to find any kind of information, but I found as much as I possibly could for this video. Some people also online labeled it as the Dare to Be Square sweepstakes, but I don't believe it was a Dare to Be Square. I think that came out a couple of years down the line. But nonetheless, it was a SpongeBob sweepstakes. And here are some of the prizes you could win. So you would go into Target and you could sign up and, you know, drop it in one of those little piece of paper that you're like, oh, this is never gonna be anything. They're just gonna steal my information. Probably, but you might win. Probably not, but you will. Maybe somehow somebody will, but not you. And then you drop it in there, and then you had a chance of winning these prizes when they called you back later that year. So huge shout out to this website that I found that was like the only place that had this web page open from 2004 with this information. The only one, because I would not have this information of what prizes were available, being that I was like 8 or 9 years old at this time, so I wouldn't have, you know, been in the. I remember the promotion, but I don't remember the prizes or have the information to know the full smorgasbord of what you could get. So all the prizes were including 500 different people were winning a $100 gift card to Target, which is cool. And at 2004, $100, that might as well be like $1 million today, okay, in 2004 money. And 400 people were able to win SpongeBob play packs. And I don't know what that would have been. I would assume it's something like these Dollar Tree play packs where it's like you're there like to go with like some crowns and some coloring books, maybe some stickers. Not 100% sure. If I can get one of those SpongeBob play packs, that would honestly be really cool. There's only 400 in existence. And a 1 per store prize that we have contained right here in this box. And for the grand prize, there was 4 people that were able to win a grand prize going to Nickelodeon Studios in Florida. Which now as an adult looking back on that, Nickelodeon threw that prize around like everywhere. Everything was for a trip to the Nickelodeon Hotel Suites or in addition to the Nickelodeon Studios in Universal Studios. But as I said, there was one prize that was 1 per store, and that is in this box right here. And at this time, currently in 2024, there's almost over 3,000 store locations in the United States. But at the time of the sweepstakes in 2004, there was only a little bit more than 1,000 locations. And not even every location participated in this sweepstakes. So meaning that this item was limited to at least under 1,000 ever created, and is possibly one of the rarest and the biggest SpongeBob items they've ever released. And I'll just go ahead and tell you, it's a SpongeBob plush, probably the biggest SpongeBob plush they've ever made. So without any further ado, we've set the seed. Let's go ahead and pop this guy open. We have the 1 per store grand prize of the Soak It Up Summer Sweepstakes. I have waited years to get this, guys. Literally since I've been collecting SpongeBob, I've wanted this and not been able to find the right one, and we finally have it. So let's take a look together right now. Okay, so the unboxing knife, I don't think there's any better knife for this job. We are gonna go ahead and do this here. Karina is on the camera right now. Say what's up.
What's up, guys?
So I already kind of sliced it open here, and let's take a little peek. Oh my goodness. Look at how big his back is. Oh my gosh, feel how soft he is.
Oh.
It's not like a plushie though, the material.
No.
It's almost like a sofa. Like it's like a cushion. All right, so I got this guy for $150, which is an insane deal. And that is a big shout out to a member of the Rep Pack who made this possible. This person is named Proxy. They actually collect more like Cartoon Network related stuff, but they also collect some Nickelodeon stuff. And thanks to them, they sent me the link to this one when it first came up, and I was able to work out a deal with the person in order to actually get this shipped to me. So the shipping was quite a bit more, but I got it for an amazing deal because they knew I had to pay for the shipping. So here it is right here. I think they got this is like a PC box. I buy powered. Oh my goodness. Okay, so they actually put a box over him too. So I think what we're gonna have to do is just cut this whole thing off. Okay. Whew. All right.
That's a workout. Oh
Yes,
my god!
look at it. Okay, so I told the person to make sure if they had to put SpongeBob's nose squished in, they pushed it upward. Because with this plushie, I have seen so many of them where their nose was drooped downward, which we'll show some images of that afterward. This one I picked up because his nose didn't droop down. Which if it does, I think we can still fix that somehow. But hopefully his nose stays, you know, upward. There he is. I can't get it up. Ah! It's okay, ignore it. Oh my gosh.
Yeah!
His nose is actually still pretty straight, actually. There it is. The life-size SpongeBob plushie. The one per store sweepstakes prize. He is massive.
He's so cute! What the heck?
He is adorable. I want this so much. I've been wanting this for so long. Oh,
You're crying!
It's so amazing. My
5 minutes later.
Yeah, my heart is so warm right now.
Whoa.
He's so incredible. So
Little legs.
his little legs, and they're like freaking metal beams in his legs that hold him up. So let me see here. I want to get him balanced, but we might have to get him out of the box here. So let's just get all this packaging. I'm lifting up SpongeBob right now. That is insane. He actually stands too pretty well. That is incredible. I didn't get to see him that well. So let me go on this side. Oh, he's so cute. Oh my goodness. For scale, that is an arcade machine on the left of him. And he's not that much smaller. If I'm sitting down, my legs crossed, he's still taller than me. That's how big he is. Have you ever wanted to give SpongeBob a handshake? Because now's your chance. Hi, I'm SpongeBob. This is amazing. Oh, I'm so hyped, guys. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm gonna clear this room up a little bit here, get the packaging out of here. We're gonna talk a little bit more about the plushie with some good shots of everything and its beauty. And of course, we are gonna be making a space here in the cavern for this. This is not something that, you know, I can put in the vault because I just need to see this every day of my life. Okay, so we are gonna find a place to put him here in the cavern. Oh my goodness, I can't believe we finally have him though. Let's go ahead and clean the stage here so we can get our performer, our top tier, level 100 performer here on the stage. Okay, so he is up here and now you guys can really get a good look at him. It is like an Attack on Titan colossal alpha SpongeBob that we have here. Oh my good, tell me he doesn't look so beautiful in the cavern. Oh my gosh, he was born to be here, guys. There he is. Okay, so we're gonna get some scan shots of him. Let's just do a little tour of big boy SpongeBob here. We're gonna do a little cleaning on him too because he did come from a home, but they obviously took amazing care of him. Then, like I said, so most of the times when you saw this SpongeBob, this nose is just slouched down like a Squidward nose. So that image will be on screen here. This one is actually, you know, slightly, but still pretty forward on the scale of most of the ones I've seen. And that's what really attracted me to pick this one up over the other ones that I've seen in the past. I've seen them pop up maybe 3 times in the last maybe 5 years collecting, and every single time they've always been in way worse condition. So that's why I sprung into action Mermaid Man style to get this one. So for one, let's just talk about how well made this is. Like, this is a prize sweepstake plushie. It wouldn't have been like viewed by a lot of people really, except for being in the store. They did not have to go this hard on making the quality so incredible, but they did. You know, this could have very easily been like a fair prize where it was filled up with some like crunchy material. This is like a straight great car seat level of foam, like memory foam, that he's actually made out of. And the fact that the plushie is this big, I mean, we have big plushies in the collection that are way smaller, and they cannot stand. They're all sitting because it's so hard to make a plushie that's big stand. And somehow, this guy stands with quite a solidity. Like, he's actually pretty solid. He's not like super easy to tip over. I mean, yeah, if you shove him, he's gonna tip over, but for being as big as he is, with very small legs, he stands remarkably well. Like, that table is not leveled by any means. He's still standing on it. And I'm very interested to see if we can find any information on this as to who actually made this giant plushie. But you guys can see every individual compartment is done. So the eyelashes, it's kind of hard to focus because it's just all black. But in person here, I can kind of see it. The eyelashes are actually stitched in there rather than just being like one patch. The eyeballs themselves are individual different compartments of plush from the rest of the plush, as well as the cheeks. And the cheeks are not glued on there cheaply. A little bit of dust here we can get, so we're gonna be cleaning him up. They're stitched in to the actual plush, so you don't have to worry about those just kind of falling off or whatever, as well as the nose being stitched on there. All the different holes in SpongeBob are correctly placed, might I add, but not just that, they're individual patches that are also stitched onto the plush individually, so it's not just like some paint or something that's gonna wear out. They're individual patches that are all placed on there. These dots on his cheeks are stitched in. Everything is so nice quality across the board. It's unbelievable. You have his shoes right here too as well. And originally he did come with some red swim trunks, or Target swim trunks that you put on him. I do not have the swim trunks, unfortunately. I didn't really care that much about the swim trunks, to be honest. The nose thing was one of the things I was looking out for the most always. So when I found this one, shorts or no shorts, he was the one. He's called SpongeBob SquarePants. That's SpongeBob Square swim trunks. That would be a whole different show, I feel like. So there is a tag back here, and you can see it's a SpongeBob tag here. And this is where the dirt that is involved is here. I'm gonna be trying to clean this up with you guys and getting some of these like spots out of here if I can. But ultimately, I'm glad that most of like the staining or any damage at all is here on the back. Like you can see there's a couple little like, you know, I don't even really know what kind of stains they are. Maybe like some grease or, you know, maybe just kind of some kind of like just moving dust. But you can see some small stuff here, but it's all on the back. Like none of it's on the front or on the top where you would most likely expect it to be. But you have this yellow tag back here, and we can maybe see who actually made this. So you have the OG SpongeBob logo right there, and it's trademarked to Viacom 2004, but no, I don't actually see any production. It says this product is approved for all ages, but this product is not a toy. Yeah, and nowhere on here does it actually have like the manufacturer besides Viacom on it. So I guess we won't really know who made it, but I really would have loved to know because the quality is so good. I would love to, you know, attest that to somebody in particular, but just amazing. So it looks a lot different with the box now being opened, but when this was in the stores, they actually had him inside of this crazy glass compartment. There is a singular photo on the internet of where I can find where you likely submitted your entry for the sweepstakes, and they had this statue, this plush statue on display in the Target locations in a glass dome, kind of to give it like a vibe of like, oh, okay, like he's inside of a fish bowl to kind of keep him there with this jellyfish like background to it. And that thing is beautiful. I never saw that as a kid. I wish I would have, because I would have lost my mind, but that's what he came out of. So likely those materials, more than likely, I would love to have those materials, but more than likely those materials were thrown out by the stores as just display stuff. Once somebody won the competition, they come to the store, pick up the SpongeBob, and then likely the other stuff that was with it got thrown out. I would have loved to have had that piece with it, but like I said, I am just so grateful to have this one here. So let's go ahead and do a little cleaning on our guy here, and then we got to add him to the collection. So I'm gonna try to get some of these stains out of here too if I can, using a Tide to Go stick. I use this a lot of times for plushies, and you can get a lot of grease stains, small stuff, like literally that one just completely just disintegrated, and once that dries up, that'll be gone. So I think we actually removed all those little grease stains as well too. So you don't want to go too aggressive because you don't want to mess up the fabric, but once those are all dried, that'll be gone too. So now he's pretty clean. The only one I was not able to get out is right here, and honestly I probably could, but it's just not worth the drama to try to get this out. I'm just gonna leave it as is. It's not really that serious. Now that he is clean, I think it's time to add him into the cavern somewhere. Originally my plan was to put him right here on top of the SpongeBob SquarePants Sega arcade redemption machine, but if you look at that space and then you look at him, he doesn't really quite fit there. I mean, he's gonna be hitting this little beam here. He's gonna be blocking our light that comes through here. It's gotta be something a little smaller that ends up there, it turns out. But this has to go in the background somewhere. So I thought about, okay, let's move the SpongeBob movie display, but I kind of like that there. And you know, this actually, it was kind of a tie-in with the movie. So he is in some ways a movie promotional item. So what I'm thinking is we put him right here next to the display where you'll still be able to see him from time to time on camera, but at the same time I can't put him in front of here where he blocks off everything. And so I think what we're gonna do is we might go get right now another bookshelf here, and we might officially start doing the double stacking here where we put another bookshelf there, and then we'll have 2 stacks of bookshelves. We could use another bookshelf anyway. The books are kind of getting a little loaded up, and then that would leave a space right there. If I move these shelves, I think he'll have enough room to squeeze in right here in this spot. So first off, thank you so much for being here in this video. We're turning it a little bit into a vlog here, but I hope you're along for the ride. So let's go ahead and hop on our paddy wagon, and we're gonna head to Target to pick up the shelves real quick. It's gonna be pretty quick for you guys, but this whole process is probably gonna take me like all day. So if you could, again, hit the like button, leave a comment down below what you think about the SpongeBob. Leave an exclamation point. As I always say, leave anything in the comments. It helps us out so much. Let's go ahead and grab the shelf, and then we're gonna come back here. Where I get the shelves at is Target. So let's go in there and I'll check them out and I'll show you guys them a little closer. Here is the bookshelf that we get, because a lot of you guys ask me which bookshelf I usually grab. It's this one right here. It's got compatible 11-inch storage bins. It's only $31. Really, really cheap on comparison to most of the bookshelves like this. And usually these are a lot bigger. Like if you get the ones at IKEA, they're way bigger, which is good. But when you're fitting books, it leaves you with a lot of extra space right here on top. These are kind of perfect to fit. I'd say like 90% of the books that we get usually fit within this particular range. So I would say just going with this one gives you the best chance of like actually saving space, because they're not too tall to take up too much room, and you could still fit just as many books. I wish I would have gotten this one right here from the start that is already 2 of them on top of each other, because right now we are going to be stacking them on one another, and if we would have had this from the start, that would have been a lot easier. But we already have 3 of them, so we're just going to grab this one right here and do the stacking thing that we need to do. But this would have been nice from the start if I had thought about it. Some Pokemon cards here, so you know, open these over on Anime Avenue. If you guys haven't seen those videos, go check them out. But also got the essentials here, the fuel that we will need to make this happen. And of course I grabbed the white one because that is going to be immensely easier to paint than the black one. Trust me, been there, done that. Just go with the white one. Okay, so we have the orange with a couple drops of green, which we'll ignore. And the green, ooh, it's already some in there, but what a beautiful color. I had to show you guys it. It's a little clumpy, but you know, it'll work. So the SpongeBob movie is on. SpongeBob is on deck watching us forever. Forever watching us in different corners of the room. And all the supplies we need to build this shelf are on the table. So without any further ado, let's get into building. So I haven't even put the shelf up yet. I don't even actually know where the shelf, okay, it's right here. The shelf is right there. I haven't even put the shelf up, and I think he actually works really well right here. He's kind of leaned, so that way when the camera's on, he's kind of facing the camera for you guys. I think that looks so cool. I mean, talk about freaking shelf power. You know, everything else, I always talk about how some of my favorite items are the bigger ones, where you guys can kind of see them from a distance, you know, and in comparison, still, everything looks really small compared to that thing. That is amazing. All right, so let's go ahead. I think I'm gonna leave him there. I think I'm still going to find a way to work this shelf into there, because we could, yeah, I took all this stuff down for right now in order to get space for him. Some of it's gonna go back up there, the SpongeBob related stuff, to kind of, you know, accent him a little bit. But the other stuff, you know, maybe until we have more books, I can kind of put it inside of the bookshelves on display. We should be able to fit another bookshelf on top of here with only moving some of the stuff around. A lot of this is like minifigures and stuff. They're gonna be coming over here anyway. So I think I'm just gonna take it one step at a time. I'm not gonna record the whole process because it's gonna be a lot of moving back and forward and trying to just see how this all works. So until it's all together, I'll update you guys.
48 hours later.
So after a lot of readjusting and adding the shelf in, SpongeBob is in his place, and man, do it literally, I'm almost speechless. It just fits right in perfectly. And originally, when we first put it there, it seemed a little out of place because it was so big, but I tried my best to kind of put some items to kind of blend it in with it seamlessly, I guess you'd say, to kind of make the sizing make a little bit more sense in that spot. So when you walk in the room, you really get the stature of it, but at the same time, it fits into place. And we really didn't lose anything. Like, actually, everything that I had on the table is now back over here. And in addition to that, we didn't lose any floor space because SpongeBob's standing on the same shelf that we already had there. So he fit in, like I said, quite literally perfect. Only thing was, we had some shelves that were back there that are no longer back there. I put one of the shelves up here so we could still have it, and the other shelf is right down here. And we got some other artwork up there. You guys can see everything just looks freaking sweet. I love this whole setup so much. So there's a whole new perspective of the room as a whole here. You guys can see now. So we have some bigger items on the sides of the room, the main wall, and then another really big item here along with the sign to kind of really square everything in up to the center of the room. But this was quite a journey, and I'm so glad to finally have this in the collection. I don't think I'll ever be able to top this when it comes to plushies. This is probably the Grail of Grails in terms of plushies and just overall size and stature. So you guys let me know if you think I did a good job of adding it in here. I want to save it kind of for the collection video, but a little bit you guys can kind of see some of the changes that were made in order to kind of make this happen. We got the SpongeBob over there. We got some of these guys here with a new space for these shelves. We don't have enough books quite yet to take up these spaces. There is a lot of books, but there's still room down there. So until we have more books, I just put some stuff that was like kind of like a temporary, you know, display setup. Some of the bigger books that didn't fit anywhere else before, now they have a place. All this could be adjusted, but for right now, just to kind of not leave it as a blank shelf, I wanted to put some stuff in there. And I think the stuff that we picked looks great. And we still have room for one more shelf here eventually. So I think once we really need space, we'll get another shelf here, and there'll be two there. And I'll probably have to leave that space available because the SpongeBob plushie is there. But we could have another shelf right here. And honestly, the toy box right here could just be moved a little further down, and we could just add another shelf in there. So we have more than enough space to add more books. We could put other stuff there, but I really just want to keep focusing on this book collection and trying to get as many of them as we possibly can. So I'm gonna need that extra space down the line. But thank you guys so much for joining me in this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did, going through everything and talking about it with you guys. I'm so grateful and happy to have this channel all the time, especially when I get to do stuff like this. You know, this is a very obscure and amazing item, but most of the people in my life, besides the ones you guys see here on the channel, they really would be like, oh, okay, a big SpongeBob. But I'm so glad that I made this channel in the first place. And when I made this channel, the whole point was for me to be able to have a place to talk about the things that I'm passionate about with like-minded people. So I'm so hyped knowing that I'm gonna be able to upload this video, and you guys are gonna be just as hyped as I am about a freaking giant SpongeBob, man. It's amazing. So thank you guys for being, you know, my family and my friends and people that I can really connect with on this kind of stuff. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Again, any comment helps us out. I would appreciate it more than you know. Huge shout out to the Patreons of this channel. There's no way. I am by far not rich, so I'm only able to do this because of our supporters over on Whatnot and Patreon. All that comes right back in here into the cavern, making our weekly videos happen, and from time to time being able to do something special like this, and hopefully something special for 100K. So thank you guys so much for your support over there. We appreciate you. If you guys want to see more videos like this and you're not already, subscribe, hit the like button. As you guys always know, smash it, give it a little spatula spank. Would appreciate it. I'll see you guys over here in this video that I know you're gonna love. And as always, Rep Pack, thank you so much for just watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios and bloop.